Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm Ryan from Minus the Gym. I hope you're having an awesome day or evening whenever you're watching this. And I wanted to try something a little different and new this week. So what I've done is I've put together a list of my top 10 celebrities who have trained calisthenics.
Number 10, Justin Bieber.
All right, I realize Justin Bieber is a bit of a punchline, but you know, the guy has over 100 million followers on his Instagram. So a few years ago when he posted a pic of himself doing an L-sit, I thought, hey, this guy just exposed millions of people to calisthenics. That's pretty awesome. So I gave him number 10 in this list. And before any of you leave any comments asking what was I doing on Justin Bieber's Instagram, let's cut to number 9, shall we?
Number 9, Zac Efron.
A couple years back, Zac Efron starred in the new Baywatch movie, and I noticed his physique was absolutely shredded. So I read up on his workout. Now, he did lift weights, he did a lot of kettlebell training, if I recall, but calisthenics was also in the mix. And really, he had to train with calisthenics. When you see some of the stuff he did in that movie, it really was no surprise. So, although I'm not a huge fan of Zac Efron, I thought that was pretty awesome, and he made number 9.
Number 8, Carrie Underwood.
Carrie Underwood has said in interviews that her secret weapon when training on the road, because she does a lot of traveling, you know, on tour and stuff all the time, is body weight exercise. And in watching interviews and seeing what she does in her fitness, it's no surprise that she keeps in shape and she does it with minimalist workouts, which is what Minus the Gym is all about.
Number 7, Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage, or I think Nick Cage as he sometimes goes by, has always been known in Hollywood to keep in shape, and calisthenics has been one of the methods that he uses. And this was very apparent in the movie Con Air from the late 90s. For those of you who haven't seen Con Air, Nicolas Cage spends part of the movie towards the beginning in prison for a crime that he committed in self-defense. And while he's in prison, he does a convict conditioning style workout doing things like wall handstand push-ups. And this actually was my first exposure to advanced bodyweight training because I was very young when the movie came out. I think I was like a teenager, maybe 13 or 14 years old.
Number 6, Vin Diesel.
All right, Vin Diesel. Now, the thing is, we all know Vin Diesel lifts weights. I mean, he's absolutely massive in some of the movies that he's in, but he's obviously trained calisthenics too because he posted a picture on Facebook years ago of him doing a human flag somewhere. It looks like he was at a pool party or something because he was in swimming trunks and sandals. A flag like that is not something you can just magically do, okay? Moves like that require specific training, so he obviously trained for it. And I was surprised to see that Vin Diesel has trained calisthenics.
Number 5, Jason Statham.
Jason Statham is also in the Human Flag Club. There's a picture of him out there on the internet doing a flag somewhere for some reason. And it shouldn't be a surprise. I mean, he's really into martial arts and all kinds of bodyweight fitness, so I wasn't really surprised to see Jason Statham doing this. And I learned a couple things about Hollywood celebrities. For one, they like doing human flags as party tricks, apparently. And 2, what's with all the bald dudes liking calisthenics?
Number 4, Linda Hamilton.
Let me start this one off by saying that Terminator 2 is one of my favorite movies, if not my absolute favorite of all time. So I just want to get that out there in case this selection seems a little biased. But Linda Hamilton in that movie was awesome. And I've watched interviews with her and the supporting actors in the movie, and they all said she trained really hard for that role. Linda came from a background of very little exercise experience, so getting to the point that she could do the chin-ups in the mental asylum on camera and display her strength was quite impressive. And also, she trained with Special Armed Forces to learn how to operate guns. And honestly, I think the combination of her ripped physique with the way she handled the guns in the movie just made her one of the most iconic female lead roles I've ever seen in a movie.
Number 3, Charlie Hunnam.
Okay, my first exposure to Charlie Hunnam was when he played Jax in Sons of Anarchy, but I know he's been in a lot of Hollywood movies since then. And he's always had a good physique in everything I saw him in. And he said in interviews that he actually prefers bodyweight fitness or calisthenics to get his physique for many reasons.
When I tend to, when you lift a lot of weights, you can get like a bit swollen and slow. And so I think the key is body weight, like calisthenic exercise, where I do an enormous amount of pull-ups, push-ups, dips, like non-weighted squats.
So he's clearly enthusiastic about it. And on top of that, he truly is into it. He shares like push-up challenges and stuff on social media. So the guy is like, he's kind of like a wannabe calisthenics athlete, but he's a Hollywood actor, which is pretty cool.
Number 2, Jack LaLanne.
Okay, this one's a little bit cheating because Zac Efron was actually a fitness celebrity, but he did have a television program, okay? It was the longest running exercise TV program in history. It started in the 50s, went all the way up through the 80s, I believe. The Zac LaLanne Show. Jack is actually really well known for inventing different exercise equipment that's used in gyms throughout the world. He also kind of opened the first gym here in the United States. He started the whole gym culture. But what a lot of people don't know is that behind the scenes, Jack was really into bodyweight fitness. A couple things worth noting though were really early in his career. Okay, and I believe it was in the 1950s, he set the world record for push-ups when he did 1,033 push-ups in only 23 minutes, which was extremely impressive. But what I find even more impressive was back in 1944, he did 100 freestanding handstand push-ups in less than 6 minutes.
And now, for the number 1 celebrity who trained calisthenics, Bruce Lee.
Although Bruce Lee was most known for his martial arts, and that's kind of what led him into Hollywood movies, really, he was heavy into calisthenics because bodyweight fitness and martial arts go hand in hand, and he had his own style of calisthenics. I honestly don't even know where to start with Bruce Lee and how to explain why he's in this number 1 spot. One of the things he was really famous for was his 1-inch punch. He would have his fingers extended against somebody and punch them just from that length, and they'd go flying backwards. I mean, his strength was incredible. He could jump almost 8 feet high from a standstill, okay? From no running start, jump 8 feet high. He would practice 5,000 punches a day. The guy could do one-arm pull-ups, which is really not impressive compared to a lot of the other things he did, but for me, that's really impressive. He invented the dragon flag, which if you watch me here on Minus the Gym, you know that's a move I like to do a lot. You've probably seen it in some of my videos, and that was his trademark move. I once read an interview with a journalist who had interviewed Bruce Lee back when he was alive, and she said she touched his arm during the interview, and it was like touching marble. She said there was 0 body fat on the guy. He was just solid, rock solid. If I had to sum up in one sentence why Bruce Lee is in this number 1 spot, it's because he was ahead of his time. Nobody, still to this day, has even come close to reaching his level. So there you go. That is the top 10 list I quickly threw together of celebrities who have trained calisthenics. And the BIEBER thing at the beginning was a joke, guys. I probably, if I did a little more thinking, he would not be on this top 10 list. I just kind of wanted to put him there for laughs. I also wanted to put more women in this list, but honestly, it was hard to find female celebrities who really train calisthenics. I'm surprised how many women are incorporating weights a lot into their workouts. I'm sure they're doing some bodyweight stuff, but it was definitely a lot easier to find men doing bodyweight fitness. I hope you enjoyed this kind of fun, different type of video. If you did, please let me know down below, because I want to find something kind of different to throw in now and then and help keep you guys entertained instead of the same old exercise tutorials and stuff. So make sure you let me know if you enjoyed this, and if so, I'll try to think of more fun stuff to do on the channel. And as always, please like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Talk to you later.